Good evening, everybody. And today we are glad that you were able to join us for the Agriculture Products Identification Workshop that we're offering. My name is Corey Hundle, the District 9 4-H Program Specialist, and we have some other committee members on with us tonight to deliver this presentation.
Howdy, I'm Jana Barrett. I'm with the State 4-H office in College Station. I also coordinate our Texas 4-H Roundup event and all of our state level contests for the 4-H program.
Hi, I'm Meredith Carter. I'm an Extension Program Specialist for the 4-H Youth Development Unit. I'm in District 11, and I serve as the contest superintendent for the Ag Product ID contest at Texas 4-H Roundup.
And I am Haley Meyer. I'm the 4-H agent in Tom Green County in San Angelo, and I typically serve as the State Fair of Texas superintendent for the Ag Product ID contest.
We have another member not with us right now, but that is Barbie Wymore, and she's in Jim Wells County. She's the 4-H agent, and so she also participates on this committee and works with several teams and contests. So again, we're glad you're able to join us tonight to talk about this event, this activity, and we just want to talk about why this event is important and what our 4-H members can learn from this. And the main thing is it allows you to relate these products, our Texas agriculture products. It allows you to relate it to see what we have in our grocery stores. When you go and buy things, like what is there? Are you able to identify them, recognize them, and purchase them to utilize in your own lifestyle? These are things that we encounter in our everyday life. So that's one thing that's really cool about it, relating back to why it's important is, it helps us as individuals. It feeds our bodies. It's our farmers and ranchers have grown these products, and it also allows you to apply the knowledge outside of the livestock industry. What have you learned? What have you gained by learning more about these products that are grown and that you purchase? And also to apply the knowledge to those who don't realize that their produce, meat and fibers, and that it all relates back to agriculture and the importance that it has there. So all great things for us to learn through this project and this experience and these contests.
Just a little bit of an overview of kind of what a typical contest looks like. There are 20 stations set up that will display the various agricultural products from Texas. Again, these can be anywhere from meat and to produce, fruits and vegetables, etc. Again, when you go through the contest, you're going to have 2 phases per station. Therefore, as a contestant, first you're going to have to identify the product in front of you. Once you have done that, then the next phase of that station will be to answer a question that is related to that product that's before you. There are multiple choice questions there. One thing to note is you must identify the product correctly for you to be able to get the answer correct for the multiple choice question. Sometimes we're lucky and we guess correctly for that second phase of that question. And so again, if you've missed the product, then we would not expect you to get the question correct related to that product. Each question is worth 5 points. So the total of a contest is 10 points per station. So 200 points is your maximum total points. You have 30 seconds per station. I know that may sound very quick, but trust me, once you've gone through a contest, you'll realize 30 seconds is a long time because again, you're answering a question. You have 4 opportunities, multiple choice question for the product, and then the next part is to answer the multiple choice question about the product. Those type of questions can be related to their nutritional value, where they're grown within the regions of Texas, storage, as well as seasonal, what time of the season that particular product is grown, economic impact, etc. So there are various resources that we'll cover here in a minute that helps you gain that knowledge.
Here's a sample station this is what it would look like at a contest when you were to arrive at the table. So you would have, like I said, there's 20 questions. So there's number 18, and there is your product. And so some of the events are going to have the actual tangible product out there online for you. And then some may actually have a picture. And so you see right here, there is station number 18. What is this product? So you would select 1, 2, 3, or 4, which product you thought that it was. Put that on your Scantron or your score sheet. And then you would answer the other component here. After you identify it, then you're going to go down here and answer the question. This product mainly contains what nutrient? And select A, B, C, or D. Then you would move on to the next station. One thing we would like to point out is that depending on how the contest is set up, you may or may not start out at station 1. You know, you may start out at 18 or 14, and you need to make sure as you're marking your Scantron/score sheet that you are marking the correct box for the station that you are currently at. So here's a sample score sheet right here. This is what it would look like. This is the agricultural product identification score sheet. And right here, so you would answer your ID number. That's going to be a number, 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then you will answer your question and mark A, B, C, or D, possibly E. Also, don't forget, you need to have your name on your score sheet, and you also need to bubble that in. And if it's a team event, some contests are, some are not. You would also put your team name and team number up there. And then here you go, you'd answer all 20 of your questions. Here's another example of a station. What is this product? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Hopefully you answered question 2, that it's a blackberry. And then you would go to your question is, where is the product mainly grown in Texas? A, B, C, or D. This product, the blackberry, is mainly grown in C, East Texas.
You'll also notice on there, and you'll see it again on this slide as well, those websites. Again, those are resource links, and that is provided in the Ag Product ID manual, the guide, the rule book, etc. It has specific links that provide you with resources so that you can begin to learn more about the ag products, especially grown here in Texas. For those of you that may have been involved in the contest for a number of years, you may remember that a guide originally it included specific items and questions or bullet points related to those items. About 2 years ago now, we've revised the resource guide, and we've moved away from having basically a log of the products within the guide. So instead, you're going to find various websites and other resources so that you can learn more about the particular products that could be in each contest.
So as examples here, this is a ribeye steak. So you would select 2, and then the other one is, the answer is 29 on how many cuts from this species currently meets the criteria to be considered USDA lean. The answer is B, 29. So to get prepared for this is one of the, in all of our projects, this is one thing we need to do. We learn more, we gain knowledge, we gain skills, we put things into practice. And so there's multiple ways that you can look at things and try to enhance your knowledge in this. And note cards and flashcards is a really great way to do that. There's multiple things that you can do. You can have the kids write on the note card and say, this is the product, and then on the back side of it, write a tip or something about that particular product, and that way they can create their own cards. You can pull out some old magazines and have them cut out products and glue those on the note cards. That's kind of the old school method, but it's kind of a neat thing for them to do. It kind of helps them put it into practice, and it also, as they're flipping through magazine, it's a way for them to also learn about new products as maybe they come across something that like, I don't really know what that is. And then they learn more about it, and then they can go and do the research to learn more and to be able to apply that as they get prepared to do this event. There's an online option that can be utilized. It's a thing called Quizlet.com. And there are already some electronic flashcards that are created on here for people to go and utilize that the kids can flip through, and you can, if you're a coach for a team, you can help, guide them through this as a practice. Just click on the card, pistachio. Click right here, grown in West Texas. We're going to go to our next card, broccoli. Then we've got our picture of our broccoli, and this is grown in late fall or in winter. So a lot of neat little flashcards here. Especially if you're on the go, and I know for some, having the actual flashcards and keeping them rubber band together and having that tangible thing is not always the best method sometimes. So this is a great tool to utilize right here. Key products: celery. Texas produces 26 million pounds a year. Now, I will say that this was created several years ago, so some of the things we want to make sure that they're is another thing that'd be cool to have the kids do is make sure that a lot of this information is up to date in case some numbers have changed. So, but just wanted you guys to realize that this website is there, Quizlet.com, right here, and when we post the slides, you will be able to click on the link and go to that website. One thing that's really kind of fun to do, this could be, it may be challenging right now considering the situation, but looking at grocery stores, going to farmers markets, possibly making a scavenger hunt out of the kids finding things in the store. If you are going to do a group activity, I do highly encourage you to talk with the store manager first, especially if you've got several kids coming in, letting them, asking them their permission for what you can do. Like I said, right now, this may not be the best idea to do a scavenger hunt in the store, depending on the size and where you live. But do talk to store managers, because this could be a fun activity for the kids where they have to go and find products and come back and report back about, maybe they're assigned to go find something that you've assigned them something and they don't really know what it is, but they have to go find it, and then also learn something about that product while they're there. The farmers markets, Jan and I were talking earlier that this is a great way, especially when they're putting a contest together, because you can go and buy like one product. You don't have to necessarily buy something in bulk a lot of the time, and because that can get kind of pricey. So, and reaching out to your local farmers markets is a great way to help support your local community and those local farmers to look at their products, and you may get some firsthand opportunities to talk with them who may have grown those products to learn more about what they have to say about what they've grown. And so great way to incorporate some fun and activities for the kids. The next thing is meal prep. This is a unique way for the kids to learn more about how to actually prepare the items that they're researching. And maybe you in your family, you assign one of the kids to help with the meal that evening, or maybe they have to prepare the meal, and they can they have to incorporate that particular item into the dish, and then at mealtime y'all can talk about what it particularly does, where it's grown and what climate, whatever some key things are, the key nutrients and stuff. So that would be another great way. Plus it gets them to help you out in the kitchen, and also learning, and something that they can apply to that food and nutrition project that they're working on. We have our Ag ID Explore Guide that has some activities. Some of I know the note cards and the scavenger hunts are listed in that, but we cover the areas of meat and nuts and vegetables and fruits, and we do still need to work on. We have added in our seafood area, and so we've got to add that in as far as some educational resources. But that's a great way for the kids to learn and kind of do some stuff on their own, especially now if they're not able to get out and meet in groups, but they can explore through that book and get some learning experiences there. So do our committee members have any other ideas to add in as far as tips on study prep?
No, I think everything that you said is pretty much covers it. Again, the more hands-on experience you can get, especially in the grocery stores, et cetera, provides them with those opportunities. I know that was one thing that Barbie talked about when she goes to a contest, say at the state fair each year. They actually make it a trip that their kids take the opportunity to go to the farmers market there at Dallas. And so again, those kids are being exposed to something that they may not see back home down in Jim Wells County. As you can see, there are a number of contest opportunities. Unfortunately, as Haley mentioned earlier, the State Fair of Texas and our Heart of Texas contest this year had to be canceled due to the restrictions that are currently in place, and so that those shows could focus on getting parts of their show completed this year, get their junior market and some of their other parts. Like I said, they did do some contests, but just wasn't able to accommodate them all due to the size of what an ag product ID contest looked like. That's part of the reason we're looking at hosting the contest we're doing virtually in November. Another one that Barbie would talk to y'all about, and if you have any questions, we can make sure you get her contact information. But the Rio Grande Valley Citrus and Vegetables Show has added a ag product ID contest to their event. It's hosted by that particular event, but it's a good way for young people, especially, to see those products that are grown down in the valley. One of the contests that I coordinate is our Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. As of right now, that contest is still a go. Obviously, things could change as time goes on, but right now, make plans to attend that contest in Houston. It's a great one. It gives kids, again, an opportunity to attend a major livestock show for those kids, especially that are not possibly involved in the livestock side of things as well. Rio Grande Valley is another one down in South Texas that Barbie helps coordinate, that's in conjunction with the Rio Grande Valley Fair, as well as various county shows do host opportunities. I know Bell County has hosted one in the past, as well as the county I'm from, Leon County. We host one typically in April in conjunction with our livestock show there. And then Jim Wells County also hosts an invitational that's open typically to youth outside of just that county. Some districts, not all, do host a district level contest. Typically, a lot of them, I know Corey mentioned that theirs in District 9 is more of a just come and go. So during the breaks at other events that you're at there, at their contest in May, you'll have an opportunity to maybe go through an ag ID and just try the contest out. Meredith, if you want to kind of cover Texas 4-H Roundup and talk about the invitational opportunity there and what that looks like.
Yeah, so at Roundup, we have an opportunity for intermediate and senior aged 4-H members to participate in the Ag Product ID contest. It is an invitational contest, so it's open to, like I said earlier, our intermediate and senior aged 4-H members. So each year we have roughly, I want to say in 2019, we had about 120 kids maybe participate, and so it's a good contest and a great one for you to get involvement at Texas 4-H Roundup.
Another thing is that this is a fairly straightforward, fairly simple contest to put on. So it is one that you could potentially add to your local county show. You could even just potentially put on a mock contest, so to speak, as part of a club meeting or a county council meeting, etc. So it is a fun way to expose the youth to the contest aspect. Again, that learning experience that they're getting by knowing more about the Texas products that we have and the economic impact that they have on our state, and understanding that there's more than just apples and oranges out there. And so it's kind of a neat way for you to expose youth to things like mango and other products that maybe not are traditionally thought of.
So we have we do have a contest coming up on November the 10th, and that registration is open for youth and adults. We added an adult category, and that'll be a great way to if you haven't tried it yet, to put yourself out there, try something new. And for our veterans that have been doing this is also a great time for y'all to add something to your to your experiences that, because we've had some things that haven't happened. So we wanted to be able to offer some things, and some of the things have already been canceled. So we're looking forward to hosting that on November the 10th. Registration is open through the 28th of October. We're not requiring that you have team information at the time of registration. And so we are going to talk about the game format. Meredith, you want to talk about that?
Sure. So this format will be virtual. And so what we'll be utilizing the eScantron through Judging Card. And then a test will be developed, and we will showcase that test through like a platform like PowerPoint, and we'll share it through Microsoft Teams. And so you'll join us and then input your answers on the eScantron. So pretty straightforward, but we will be contacting those that are interested in participating as a team member, so we can make sure we get team information correct.
In the PowerPoint presentation that we'll post alongside with this video, you will be able to access the link to the Judging Card sample of what an eScantron will look like. It looks just like the paper Scantron that we use for Ag ID. The difference is you'll be completing that Scantron using an electronic device. It does work on a cell phone. Potentially, the best idea, if you can make it work, is to be able to broadcast the presentation that Meredith just talked about, which will be the test itself, which will be through PowerPoint on a Teams platform. If you could broadcast that on one device, a TV or a computer screen that multiple youth could look at, again, maintaining that social distancing, and then they would have a device, either a laptop, again, their phones will work, or a tablet, that they're filling out the Scantron. As you can see here, Corey has simply clicked on her name, and it inputs Corey. It types it for her in the box as well. So this is how you would complete the Scantron part of it. If you do not have the access to two devices, you'll be able to split a computer screen. So you can put, half of the screen would be the content that Meredith and them will be sharing with the questions and the ID part. And then on the other side of your screen would be your Scantron, so that you're able to complete that as you go along. Another idea is to print a copy of the Scantron, and youth can, bubble it in quickly on paper and then go back and complete it on their device at that point, if that's the easiest way to do it as well. So again, if you have any questions about the use of the eScantron or kind of the format of the contest, you'll be able to, like I said, reach out to either Meredith or Haley. They'll actually be coordinating the contest that day. Meredith, do you want to go over the fact that we're doing the 2 time slots so they understand how that works?
We will be offering the contest at 2 different times, and so it's just your responsibility to jump on at one of those 2 times during while we're offering it. One will be in the 4 o'clock hour, and then one will be in the 6 o'clock hour. And so we'll send out more details with that as we get closer to contest date.
Well, we hope that you have learned some things tonight and are excited about this opportunity, especially if you're new and this is the first time you're hearing about the agricultural identification product identification event, and we hope that you will sign up. With it being virtual, great thing is you can do it right from your home, right at the table or whatever. And it's one of those things that also it's a great experience to go in your record book. So I know you're all doing record books and keeping up with your experiences and able to log those. So again, we do appreciate you joining us tonight, and we will post the recording and the slides for you to reference at a later time.